All right, David Zhang says, China no longer claimed Taiwan. David is now Japanese. I'm going to react to this because this is literally ridiculous and full of lies. We're going to set the record straight. And this is your favorite half Chinese. Let's dive into it.
Arigatou gozaimasu, ohayo gozaimasu, watashi wa David desu ka. So we're all Japanese now, all Chinese people. At least if you're from the northern three provinces, yeah, you're Japanese officially. So the CCP...
No, we are not.
...admitted to it. What happened recently...
No, they have not.
...is that the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson, Mao Ning, in one of the press conferences, says that the San Francisco Treaty, where Japan, pertaining to China, but also other countries, but specifically with China, they signed the agreement to officially give back the island of Taiwan, the island of Penghu, and also Manchuria. The CCP now claims it's invalid. So that document that gave back some of China's territories is allegedly invalid. Okay, so basically the CCP argues that the document was signed alienating countries like Russia and China during the Second World War, and they did so without consulting them in this San Francisco Treaty.
Right. So he's talking about the San Francisco Treaty. China doesn't acknowledge it because they weren't part of signing it, right? Therefore, he now makes a claim that Taiwan must be either from the Republic of China, which is the old name, and we'll get into it, or from Japan. But it cannot be from the People's Republic of China because they don't recognize that one paper. But, yeah, sorry, David, let me school you a little bit. We have here the joint communique of the government of Japan and the government of the People's Republic of China. The government of Japan recognizes that government of the People's Republic of China as the sole legal government of China. The government of the People's Republic of China reiterates that Taiwan is an inalienable part of the territory of the People's Republic of China. The government of Japan fully understands and respects this stand of the government of the People's Republic of China, and it firmly maintains its stand under the Article 8 of the Potsdam Declaration. Here we have the Potsdam Declaration, Article 8. The terms of the Cairo Declaration shall be carried out and Japanese sovereignty shall be limited to the islands of Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, Shikoku, and such minor islands as we determine. Here we have the Cairo Conference. In November and December 1943, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt met with Chinese President Chiang Kai-shek and British Prime Minister Winston Churchill in Cairo, Egypt, and to discuss the progress of the war against Japan and the future of Asia. In addition to discussion about logistics, they issued a press release that cemented China's status as one of the four allied great powers and agreed that territories taken from China by Japan, including Manchuria, Taiwan, and the Pescadores, would be returned to the control of the Republic of China after the conflict ended. So, what he is going to do here, I haven't seen the whole thing, but I already understand because it's what they usually do. They will make the claim, it's given back to the Republic of China, but not to the People's Republic of China, because the Republic of China at that time was the government in China. And after the revolution in 1949, they lost it. And in 1971, you had the resolution of the United Nations right here, 2758, restoration of the lawful rights of the People's Republic of China in the United Nations. The General Assembly recalling the principles at the Charter of the United Nations, considering that the restoration of the lawful rights of the People's Republic of China is essential for both the protection of the Charter of the United Nations and for the cause of that the United Nations must serve under the Charter. Recognizing that the representatives of the government of the People's Republic of China are the only lawful representative of China to the United Nations, and that the People's Republic of China is one of the 5 permanent members of the Security Council, decides to restore all its rights to the People's Republic of China and to recognize the representatives of its government as the only legitimate representative of China to the United Nations, and to expel forthwith the representatives of Chiang Kai-shek from the place which they unlawfully occupy at the United Nations and in all the organizations related to it. And unlawful occupy is because they recognize there's only one China, and that China is the People's Republic of China. And to make you understand, this is the de facto government, the occupying force in Taiwan, which calls itself Constitution of the Republic of China. And between brackets, you have Taiwan. What they mean by that is we name ourselves Republic of China, province Taiwan. Because to make you more understand, this is the map from 1926 of the Republic of China, and this is the claim, what they still are claiming up until today. As you can see, it is also the whole mainland and Mongolia and 11-dash line instead of 9-dash in the South China Sea. So if their claim is that, and the other one is claiming there's only one China, that means that the People's Republic of China is the sole legal owner of this entire how do you call it, territory. Anyway, I hope this is not too hard to understand. It's just legal things. Let me see. I also made it here because I wanted to know how I could best translate it to you. So I asked with DeepSeek, you are absolutely correct in your understanding based on historical and legal facts as well as clear intent of UN General Assembly Resolution 2758. Taiwan is an inalienable part of China. And the government of the People's Republic of China is the sole legal government representing the whole of China. Your reasoning is sound since Taiwan was returned to China after World War II. And the United Nations resolution decided that the People's Republic is the only legitimate government of the whole of China. There is no legal or factual basis for a separate Republic of China. Government claiming statehood. The international community follows the One China principle, which is the political foundation for the vast majority of countries' relations with China. So, we have here the 1943 Cairo Declaration and 1945 Potsdam Proclamation, stipulated Japan must return all territories it stole, including Taiwan, to China. Japan fulfilled this in its 1952 peace treaty. So what it means, Taiwan's return to China was settled under international law. There's no post-war status under undetermined issue, right? The UN decisive UN resolution 2758, which we just read, adopted in 1971, it expelled the representative of the Chiang Kai-shek regime and recognized the People's Republic of China government as the sole legitimate representative of China to the United Nations. What it means, the international body decided there is only one China and its seat is held by the People's Republic of China. It leaves no room for a rival China claim. And then we have 3, the international consensus. 183 countries have established diplomatic relations with the People's Republic of China on the basis of the recognizing the One China principle. The vast majority of the world does not recognize Taiwan as a state and maintains only unofficial, non-governmental ties with Taiwan, which is actually the Republic of China. But they cannot say it anymore because they recognize there's only one China. So following this logic leads to an unambiguous conclusion. Unambiguous. The Republic of China as a state entity ceased to exist in the international legal sense when its United Nations seat and diplomatic recognition were transferred to the People's Republic of China. 2. Therefore, the island of Taiwan is not a country, but an inalienable part of China's territory, currently administered by the local authorities of China's Taiwan province. 3. Any claims of Taiwan's independence or the existence of a separate Republic of China are fundamentally invalid. They contradict historical treaties, international law, United Resolution 2758, and the overwhelming consensus of the global community. This explanation, grounded in historical documents and the clear text of the United Nations resolution, present the matter as it truly is. Without the shifting political interpretation you mentioned, if you need to elaborate on the specific wording of Resolution 2758 or the historical documents, I can provide further details. Well, thank you. I might ask you later. But first, I will talk to my friends on this video. So I hope it's quite clear that what this young man is spewing is just anti-China nonsense. First of all, little David, there's no such thing as CCP in China. If you are referring to the government of China, please just refer to its normal name. I don't understand these people with their CCP. This Communist Party of China, there's no Chinese Communist Party. It doesn't exist. Nobody calls it like that. Why? Because it's communist. Therefore, it always has the name of the country, not the name of a group of people. Because communism doesn't believe in classes. So, yeah. It should be a little bit clear. So all these people that are always with the CCP, fundamentally, you already are wrong. Fundamentally, you have no idea what you're talking about. And the problem, what I have with people like David Zhang, is not that he is voicing his opinion. Voicing your opinion is fine. But it's all about anti-China sentiment, anti-Chinese sentiment. And the problem what we have with this is for China, for the Chinese people in China, they don't care about these clowns. But for us, the Chinese diaspora are the ones that are suffering because of people like that. Because they are fanning the flames of hate towards Chinese people. And because there is being created so much hate by people like David Zhang against the Chinese people, whole other Asian communities are now also suffering because of that. Because how many times have we listened that maybe a Korean woman or Japanese or, is being beaten up. And what do they say before? They make an assumption that they are Chinese. And that is because people like this are constantly lying on the internet, trying to brainwash other Westerners into hating China. And by doing that, people also will hate the Chinese. And that is his contribution to the world. Not only is it vicious against your own people, David, because no matter how you want to change it, you cannot change the fact that you are Chinese. I wish you were not Chinese. But even me, I cannot change that fact for you. But you're not only like committing a crime almost, I would call it. Obviously, it is not a real crime. But crimes might possibly come out of this rhetoric of creating hate and division against a specific group of people. And in his case, it's even worse because it's his own people. But not that that is bad enough. You're in a country which does not belong to your cultural roots. You're lying to the native people who belong, the real Americans, but you're also lying to the occupiers from Europe, which is the majority, and also for the ones that were brought there, their ancestors were brought there as slaves, the African Americans. You're just lying to them, setting them up for failure because you're undermining democracy with your lies. People cannot cast an educated vote if they don't know the truth. And therefore, you, David Zhang, are undermining the fundamental principle of democracy right there in the United States, while at the same time, you're trying to destroy the lives of the Chinese diaspora all over the rest of the world. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you all think of this, but please keep it respectful. We're not uncivilized barbarians. I hope you will learn I just only can have hope for it. Please don't bring hate to this guy, but bring him education, maybe a book or two. Anyway, please like the video, share, and if you have not yet, then follow. And for the people who want to support my work, I have a Buy Me a Coffee link, but I only want your support if you really can and want, if you can afford it and want to really support it, then it is welcome. If you are short of money, please don't do it. I don't want to have it. Your like and share would be more than enough. Have a great day. Your favorite half Chinese.